the male lions tend to really move through our territory, or our area rather, in their territory searches and markings, so we don't get to see them often. So all 4 of them together like this is just, oh, okay, I'm breathing, everybody. I can hear several viewers twittering away, going, well, breathe. It's okay, breathe. I'm breathing. I'm just super excited. All right, male lions. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so what do we know about male lions? So a lot of our viewers have been with us for a very long time, so I'd be interested to know what your favorite fact about male lions is, or if you have any questions. Don't forget, we are live, we are interactive, #SafariLive on the Twitter and on the YouTube chat, which I actually think I forgot to say earlier this morning, so please excuse me. There's a battered old boy there. If any of our longtime viewers are out there watching and want to go through and put up who's who in the zoo with our 4 boys here, just so some of our new viewers might get an idea of what you all know. As far as I know, this is the Birmingham boys. I've seen 3 of the 4, and I haven't ever seen those 3 together. So now we've got all 4 together. Now, my wish list now, after we have now seen them, and they're now stationary, they're not moving, is for them to all roar together. So 1 male lion's roar this close to you, you feel in your chest. 4 male lions roaring this close to you is pieces of the universe coming together and just landing in your body in this explosion of amazingness. I have no other way to describe it. It is just the most epic, epic, epic feeling. Beautiful little backlighting. We've got, I would take a screenshot here if I was anybody. That's quite lovely. Ears forward, eyes open, head tilted, and then of course he closes his eyes. A little bit of light in the back. That's also beautiful. There's the shot right there. Beautiful. So as you guys can hear, I do love my photography, and as you can hear, I'm so used to helping my guests get photographs, so I get very into where we are and how we position, not just for us but for you all as well. Okay. One of my favorite things about this area where I work in the Lowveld here is the population densities of predators. So currently, the lion and leopard populations are going through a peak rather than a valley. The cheetah population is going through a valley. And something that happens when you're going through a peak with lions in their populations, when they have a strong, large population, is you get these larger coalitions. So anyone that was watching when we were seeing the sticks quite a lot near twin dams, and we were counting all 10 of their cubs of very different ages, and I was saying it looks like there's about 7, and I was super excited because the possibility for a coalition of 7 males out of those 3 litters would be out of this world. When they have large coalitions like these 4, or like the 7, like the Mapojos, or anything around these numbers, their dominance is, I have no other word other than epic to explain it. They take over prides, and they take over areas, and they function in a way that is very assertive, and to me quite enthralling. So I know that with the Mapojos, they had a couple of instances where their testosterone, their assertiveness, actually led them to kill and eat lions. I know that there was an example where they actually killed a female lion, I think mated with her after killing. I mean, that's on the sort of slightly sociopathic side of it. But with these 4 boys, it's going to be very hard to oust them. Now, I don't quite know their ages, as I don't know them very well. My guess would be that they're probably between 8 and 10. That would be my guess. But if there's anyone out there that wants to help me with the ages of the Birmingham males, I would really, really appreciate that. And so they probably have another couple of years. All right. So, Michael, you have gone through and had a look at the IDs of these male lions and then sent them through. I know that you guys have names for the Birmingham males, and Lou has just done her best to give them to me. Unfortunately, Lou, you're going to have to give them again. Sorry about that. All right, Michael, you say that's Nana, and then towards the back there, those two. And Fumu on the left, and Suku on the right, and then is it Tino? That's the last one that's over there on the right-hand side. Yeah, okay. So I'm still getting used to having names that go further than the coalition names. So bear with me, guys, but you're more than welcome to send through your information like you did just now, Michael. Thank you very much. Or just on whatever platform you all are chatting. More than welcome. So these 4 Birmingham boys, I would say, probably have 2 or 3 years left in their dominancy if I've aged them correctly. And that will give, say, if those 7 cubs, male cubs from the sticks, do reach maturity, that will give them a chance to get to a level where they might be able to take over. Now, I've seen males take over territories at the age of sort of 3 or 4, but I've also seen it take a lot longer. It takes sort of 6 or 7 years, and it depends. So we might even have those males from the sticks having to move to a different area and take over a different territory somewhere. Lions can interbreed. They'll interbreed to sort of up to generation 10, but that's pushing it a bit. Usually around sort of 4 to 6, and then they need some new blood. One of the reasons why male lions are kicked away from their natal pride and move off and are slightly nomadic for a bit to then find a territory is to help spread genetics and keep everything viable. From a conservation standpoint, just our little fact for the day. When I started guiding, so about a decade ago, there were 7 populations of lions in the wild that were able to keep the genetic flow going. Now, 10 years on, there's only 5 of those populations left, possibly moving into 4. Well, there's the guy with the dread we saw the other day. I'm digging that dread. Still reminding me of Bob Marley. So he's up and moving, which means his brothers will get up and moving shortly. He doesn't look thin, but he doesn't look like he's eaten last night or the night before. I would probably say he ate 4 or 5 days ago. So he's just walked behind that game drive vehicle from Juma there, and I can't begin to explain to you how amazing it is to have a huge male lion walk past the bottom of your foot. It's really absolutely incredible. He's gone over, he's scent marking, so sorry, we've got a little bit of a bush in the way. Busy spraying his urine. And then carrying on. Now, the direction he's heading is a little bit north, a little bit west. We will be able to stick with them for a bit longer, which is good. Now, the other three are watching him, but not quite following. Just look at his muscles, hey? I got a really nice photo of him walking down Biffle's Hook Cut Line the other day, but this is pretty special. Volpine Wolf Girl, you've got a couple of questions. One is, what is the largest coalition I've seen? And then your second question was, can one male be territorial over a few prides of females? Let me answer your second question first. So one male can be territorial over a couple of prides. The coalitions allow for the fact that when you have more than one male that is together, that is busy with the territory and marking territory and covering the females, that it's harder for other males to come in and take over. But I have seen one, it's not a one male coalition, but just one male that has a territory with 2 different prides. I've also heard of up to 3 prides, but it's really, really pushing it. And then with your other question about what is the largest coalition I have seen, the largest coalition I've seen is 5. together. I haven't seen more than 5, and that 5-male coalition didn't last very long, unfortunately. I never got a chance to see the Mapochus. It was something I really desperately wanted to see, and I've had many friends who worked with them and got to view their many antics, especially their little sociopathic antics, which I find absolutely it's just interesting how they behaved. So yeah, I would be keen to get into an area and be able to see some of those larger coalitions working. Oh, now we've got some movement. This is fantastic. So they watched their brother move off, and now they're slowly going to follow. Now remember, we don't always see these 4 males together. And one of the reasons why we don't is that they need to mark territory. They also need to mate. And so sometimes you'll have one that's mating and the other 3 are off marking territory. Or let's say both the sticks and the Nkuhumas have females that need to mate. You might have one brother with the Nkuhumas and one brother with the sticks. And then you will have the other 2 going off and marking territory. Listen, listen, listen. Can we hear it? Listen. Listen, listen, listen. How incredible. But that's not the full roar. That's like a little whisper of a roar. Okay, I think let's follow these. We'll let the old grumpy man stay behind there. He will come. I think let's follow these guys because I have a feeling that when they're doing that little bit of audio that we're hearing there, that we're going to get a chance possibly for some more audio. We're also very, 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 very close to our western boundaries, so I think let's stick with them for as long as we possibly can. Excellent. Lady Starfire, you and your 3 children love the fact that male lions are in fact not lazy and they do work very hard. I think that is a wonderful comment or fact to remind people of. They are definitely not lazy. Well, look, lions in general are lazy, but male lions do hunt and male lions are productive and they do move around. Look at the size of these paws. Look at all the muscles in these back legs. Smelling where the other brother was, or possibly some females. Then we might get a bit of a phlegm grimace where they smell and then they go and bare their teeth and bring that scent into their organs of Jacobson to process to see whether if it's a female, whether she's ready to mate, or if it's possibly a new female in their territory, or if it's a male. And then sometimes they'll be smelling where other predators scent mark. There's the phlegm grimace that like we talked about. Now he's processing. That would be also a very beautiful screenshot. I just need to move my car just a little bit for the guys that are behind me so that they can see properly. There we go. Yeah, I would guess 2 things. I would guess that there's possibly been some females that have moved through here, and then I would guess that that his brother that moved off first marked some territory here. That's what I would guess. All right. I'm gonna let the guests come through. and let them follow up. We do this thing called leapfrogging, where we move around each other so that every vehicle can get the best view. And especially because, well, not just for everybody, but this vehicle that's just come through now, they weren't with us before. They didn't have the chance to see them earlier. So just giving them